Hello, and welcome back to some good old great villainous strategy of Lily. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. Hope everyone's having a good one. Sorry about yesterday. I cannot apologize enough for just straight up not streaming with no notice, no nothing. And also, yes, I am here earlier than I expected today because someone was very, very kind to me and dropped me off partway home. So I was able to actually, get home. Yeah. I also did order some food so I am eating my breakfast now. So I apologize if that's slightly annoying, but also kind of get fucked, I'll be honest. Oh, pardon me. Alright. Let me eat a little bit of something before I go much further. Alright, when we left off, we were trying to fight Gwen, I believe, right? Let's try from here. See how screwed I am. Ugh. Alright. While I try and make an effort to stay awake. I also do need to remember to take some medication before I finish stream today. The medication that makes me super fucking drowsy. Is the game gonna fucking load? Off to a good start as per usual today. There we go. Okay. So I believe my aim was to have Gwen locked down to only having these two elites with him, having that one locked back, and then locking these ones away so he doesn't reinforce as aggressively. I think that was the plan, based on what I'm seeing. Alright. Zeta. Alright. And I really love it when they burn my coffee.
整列構え
Okay, so there was an order to how this was done that made it most effective. Again, the goal is to survive the attack, right? More than anything. Ugh. God, even my computer's actually lagging with the game right now. I guess there are a couple of background tasks that I haven't turned off yet. Okay. See if this survives. I don't know if Lily does though. Lily does, cool. Lily's the one I was actually scared the most of. Okay. That actually went relatively well for me, right? Because now, yeah, no, I might actually just be able to just kill Gwen here. Wait. Did I just do better? Did I just get better? Get good, scrub. God, I can even delegate and not die into him now. That's kind of wild. Alright. Let's kill his ass. So this might just kill Gwen? Yep, that kills Gwen. And that's the victory condition. Fuck, we really just started it with a hammer, huh? We're coming out swinging. Alright, Gwen. Let's see your death. I can't wait to commit regicide. Huh? What the heck? Why didn't you dodge? No, that's not quite right. Why didn't you dodge? It must be the first time I've seen you look worried. I had envisioned all sorts of ways this feud could end, but certainly not like this. You're making it seem as though... Can see that expression makes this my win. Whoops! What a fool. Did I just accidentally kill the king? Again? Behold, the results of a revolution won through blood, sweat, and bullets. Emperor Gwyn gave a pretty good struggle, but Lady Scarlet did away with him in the end. The second he hit the ground, the Scarlet Empire was secure, which led to the rise of Supreme Empress Scarlet and PR, Tsar Lily. The folks that Lady Scarlet had charmed were all for her unique way of thinking, which was loudly condemned elsewhere for being too radical. Sure, that isolated us from the rest of civilized society, but we didn't give a damn. We had bigger things to work on, like rebuilding the empire from the ground up and expanding our reach. Obedient supporters, loyal subjects, come and join the fight. Drag down those who support the ordinary. Crush common sense. You were all rotting under the previous rule, unable to lift a finger. But no longer. Embrace violence. Own your own revolution. If you lack the strength to rebel, then simply shout my name. I'll drench this world in red. This is a very you ending, Lady Scarlet. There is no way to escape Scarlet's doctrine. The whole world's gonna burn and be renewed. There is no way to stop us either. Not while we're still breathing. We're gonna ride the wave of revolution until our death. Oh god, Lily's been corrupted. When we reach the crimson gates of paradise. Ending D, dual demon queens. Wait, that's actually just straight up the ending? Damn. My meteoric rise is complete. I'm pretty sure someone will knock you off that pedestal soon enough. I mean, it was one hell of an accomplishment, but come now, rejoice! We have created a world just for us. Yeah, but where we'll have to keep our revolution going for all eternity. Shall we take the show on a world tour then? A worldwide tour. Coming soon to a country near you, total domination. Wonderful, we shall override those plain places with our own doctrine. I wonder what would be left after a crusade like that. Why, us, and nothing more. Is that not the happiest of endings? I guess it's happy in a sense. If we kill off all the killjoys, we could build whatever society we want. Fear not, my dear. I have eyes for you and you alone. Yeah, same. You're the only one for me, Lady Scarlet. Screw it, let's build an empire. It'll be the last paradise on Earth. The blackest roses will grow in soil stained with blood, fire, and iron. To hell with aesthetics, I guess. Well, it's not like I mind. Oh my god, I've corrupted Lily. Like, fully. Oh god, so yeah, that is just the ending. Huh! I was not prepared for that. So we did technically the true ending then first, right? And if you're wondering, yes, we have now got all achievements for the game. Yeah, I've 100% of this game. 32 out of 32. Alright, well, I mean, I'm gonna sit here for a little bit and eat the last of my food and think about, like, what happened. Because clearly I have to talk about the game, right? We always do our, like, review at the end. Normally I do it with credits, but, like, I don't think they've got a credits thing that I can roll. God damn. Yeah, I'm now kind of stumped on what to do, but we'll sort that out in a sec. Oh, God. Yeah, I was fully expecting to fight Dad again. I guess, does that imply that in this timeline, Noah just literally sits there and goes, this is not worth it to get involved any further? I guess that's what's happened? Is they just fucked off going like, this isn't a fight we should take? Like, or not a fight we should take yet, I guess, is the idea. Maybe. And, like, retreat to re-strategize, to recalibrate, to defeat specifically Scarlet. Even if it's impossible. I have to say, that ending felt really abrupt. Alright. Let me finish eating, and then we'll do a review of the game, and then I can put on some art or something to do. Gives me a little bit of time to collect my thoughts, I think. I kind of feel bad now because everyone hadn't really turned up yet, because I assume everyone's still waiting on the fact that the stream's gonna probably start in like half an hour. Alright, I've had my food now. Okay. Well, now to sit here and, like, think over and review this game. It kind of, like, as a summarization. It's incredible. Like, the writing in it's really well done. I definitely think that the, genocide route is probably the worst of its, like, the example of the story. Because, as we talked about, I think last time we played this, one of the key issues was how it didn't feel like the characters even acknowledged it was a genocide route until basically the last, like, kill or two. And even then, they still talk about capturing frequently. I feel like that could have been a change. That some more of the general dialogue got moved around and changed to be less about capturing and more about, like, leaning into the fact that, this is very clear that your character is trying to kill people. Oh, fuck. Ow. I don't know if you should have to fight Noah after that run, or like that ending, but like the fact that it just felt so abrupt. Like, at least with the other route, there was a lot more drawn out. And I guess it's an argument of the fact it's like, well, what's gonna draw it out? Fucking all the characters that you have. Right? So, let's think for a moment as well. Of the characters we had, the ones that didn't actually die canonically to our understanding in the genocide route is Carmine, Becca, Pramila, and that's it, I think. Of a cast of, like, I think it's 17 additional characters, right? Only 3 of them don't get killed? That's wild. You kill... Yeah. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, no, I think the true route shows, like, the charm of this game and the best parts of this game. A lot of that strategizing, a lot of that stuff. I feel like the genocide route is definitely lacking in the same polish. And there's, like, 1 or 2 things that could change a little bit. But the main thing is the dialogue. Like the cutscenes where she's talking about how it's like, oh, we must capture. It's like, yeah, I'll capture them. It's like, no, you haven't been capturing them so far. Why the fuck would you care now? Yeah. Oh, fuck. I don't know what to say. I'm almost a little sad that, and very thrown off that the game's just over now. Now, I will say one thing, right? So this game really relies on hyper-stereotyped characters, but not in a bad way, right? Like, I've talked about this before, is there's nothing wrong with using a very generic stereotyped character as long as you're using it tastefully. This one does that, I feel, for the most part, because, like, even our main characters are fairly atypical. Alright, I'm gonna close the game then, and I'm gonna boot up Monster Train for a little bit, because Monster Train was the next game that I wanted to kind of like test and see how it functions on stream. Oh, fuck. Alright. Um, damn, I feel like I've made it very clear all the way through the playthrough, my thoughts and feelings on the game, so I don't know if there's actually really much room for me to comment further, right? Like, I don't think there's much more room for me to, like, make comment. I really love the game. I love the storytelling. I think the gameplay loop's interesting. It's really, really interesting. I think it's got a lot of creative aspects that are quite like well put together. And that's why I say like the true ending. I feel like is just the better way to play the game because the gameplay feels so much more strategic and more interesting for that. I'm not saying that the other one doesn't. It definitely has a lot more stress though. Only having two pieces on the board, and if either of them are taken, you lose, means that you have to really consider everything you do with a lot of like scrutiny. Hey, Clap, how's it going? What's happening? I beat the game and yeah, I finished the game and it was like it took me like 12 minutes or something because I literally started the game, I fought Gwyn, I killed him, and then I found out that if you're doing the genocide route, guess what? Killing Gwyn's the end of the game, and that threw me the fuck off. So I'm currently setting up another game to play after. Or play right now. I also started early, which makes me feel like even slightly more guilty because I say started early. Quotation marks. I started closer to actually on time than I expected to. I expected to start in like another 20 minutes, but I was given a ride home or partway home. So I was able to do that. I was able to get in earlier. But like, I ate breakfast, some of my breakfast on stream. I beat Gwyn like immediately, and then it's just, the fuck do I do now? So right now I'm just kind of doing my general review of the game, and it's like I'm having a hard time because I don't think there's anything to say about the game that I haven't said playing all the way through playing it. Right? It's a really fun game. It's got really fun characters and storytelling and all sorts, and I enjoyed that. I was very, very happy with that game. It's definitely a top game for me. So what game now? Monster Train 2. I want to see if it works on stream. Or what works with streaming it. The benefit I have is that, like, it's not got anything that's heavily timed, so even if the game is a little laggy, I can still play it perfectly fine, as long as I target the things correctly. But yeah, no, I think looking back at Villainess, I can only be very happy with my experience. There were definitely moments that were frustrating, but like, what game does it, right? Hmm. Yeah, no, it's just really good. Can't play Monster Trainer on stream. Oh, Train, right. What was that one again? It's Slay the Spire-esque gameplay. is the short answer. If that doesn't give you a clear enough answer, then it's just easier to wait for me to play the game. As me being like very serious, it's just it is a game that is easier visually to understand than it is to like explain. Explain. Where is the meds that I need to remember to take before the end of stream? There they are. I need to go get some water for that though later. I myself should stop starting new games, but disregarding that, I started a Lobotomy Corporation. I've heard a lot of things about Lobotomy Corporation. Like a mix of positive and negative. Looks interesting though. How was the doc visit? He gave me new meds. Meds fucked me up. That is why I didn't stream yesterday, and I am very, very sorry for that. Just straight up, I was dead to the world. I have no better description for you than that. Alright, I've unlocked quite a bit in this game already. So don't be too scared or overwhelmed with it. So, to those that haven't played Monster Train before, how it typically works is you have two factions you pick. You have your primary and your allied. Did you have a lot of fun hallucinating yesterday? You're making it seem like I got much better drugs than I did. I got medical drugs, you know, the ones your doctor prescribes to try and make you feel, make you better. Not make you feel better, make you better. The side effect was actually just straight up drowsiness. Anyway, so, the unique thing this is the second game. The story, I'm not even going to really bother with it because I skipped most of it. All the factions you see on the bottom half here are factions from the first game. All the factions at the top here are the ones unique to this game. What you have with each faction is you have two different primary characters, which determine quite a bit about what you're trying to do with them. So this one has this character here, Fel, and they start with Just Cause in the deck, which is you advance and you apply Valor 2 to a character. With the other one being a 1-mana spell that it applies one Valor to all friendly units instead. Now, again, this game has a lot of keywords in it. I will hover over as often as I can and explain them when they turn up, because simply put, like, as you can see here, me hovering over Just Cause, you can see Advance, move to the front of the floor, and then Valor, +1 attack per stat, raise armor to stat count if they're at the front after each combat. That is the Valor system is pretty much only this faction, and every faction has like 1 or 2 complete mechanics to them. It's a lot. That's why I'm saying, try not to be scared or overwhelmed. It may seem a lot scarier than it actually is. Jeff, I'm trying not to pass it. Oh no, I just passed out constantly. Like, genuinely, you're making it seem like it was a much more interesting time than it was. I was just super drowsy, sleepy yesterday, and that's it. But when I say, like, mechanical differences, as an example, you've got these guys which have mix, which you can create an infusion of 1 of 4 precept directions, I believe, to go, which give unique bonuses based on each of them, and you can upgrade the potion as well further, the more you do it, right? but you can only select out of 2 each time. Then the other thing to keep in mind is like, so the primary clan hero is what you play with. This is a unit that you'll actually play with. If we go to the logbook, again, try not to like go over the top with this, but there's a lot to it. You can see here that this is the path upgrades for the hero. So the one that I typically go with for this one, because it's objectively one of the better ones, is this one, which is basically at level 1, it's gain 1 valor whenever you shift, but you gain it permanently. The next one, you get slightly better stats, and then the last one is you get at 75 valor, you gain multi-strike 1, an additional one, right? Well, fuck you. I mean, you want me to start going through some of the other ones? What about the fat dragon? What about the fucking branches and shit? What about this little fella? What about that? Anyway, but yeah, so, like, each of them have upgrade trees, and they're unique to each other as well. You upgrade when you get the faction to level 5, you unlock this alternate character. So at the moment, there is actually 2 factions. I don't have access to their second champion, which is the Hellhorn and the Melting Remnant. I remember playing a lot of the Melting Remnant, I believe, in the beginning of this. How much have you spent in this already? How much time? In this game, on Steam alone, nearly 20 hours, right? Actually, you can literally see there, right? Because it's not latching the way I want it to. But yeah, I've played more of it off Steam as well. I'm now a proud owner. Nice. I'm still trying to roll for Hyacinth first, because Cyrene's going to be around for 2 banner lengths, and the Banya, I'm not too fussed about, so I'm going to go for Cyrene then. I will go for Hyacinth for now. Of a Bronya. Yeah, it'd be like that. Bronya's good. Bronya is is a nice 5-star, like a standard banner character to have. Can't truly complain. Okay, so what do I actually want to play? I mean, I could always just play the faction that I play the most, right? What faction do I want to play? Got from the perma banner, yeah. The good old standard banner, light cones. I mean, I think she's one of the few characters I still don't own the standard light cone for. Because I think I have Welts, I have Himiko's, I know I have multiple Claras. I think it's literally of the base, like, standard banner characters. I think it's Bronya and, Young Queen that I don't have the light cones for. I have the light cones at multiple ranks of many of the others. Clara's, I think, is, like, superimposed 3 or 4 now. Okay, Claire, you want the honest statement? Do you want, like, okay, this is the question I'm gonna put forward to you. Do you want the serious answer of which one you should do? Or do you want the, like, or I'll leave you to whatever. Because the serious answer is, unless you have one of the other characters from Amphorius, don't go for Cyrene, because she literally does nothing. And I mean literally does nothing. Like, actively, her ult has the mechanic of when you use it, you upgrade one of specifically the Amphorius characters. If you don't have one of them, she just does some damage and it's very lackluster. And when I say upgrades them, I mean like functionally improves them. For Casterus, for example, it changes it so her ult can overcharge and come out with a stronger dragon from it. So unless you've got Cryosos ears, don't actually pull for Cyrene. I plan on getting her purely because I have a Casterus team that has Casterus, Evernight, and I'm trying to get Hyacinth for it first. That's why I'm doing that. So, personally, my recommendation of those options is to actually go for Casterus first. But it is what it is. I mean, I went for Casterus because I like Casterus. I like Scythes, I like dragons, it's all that. I'm fine with having useless characters. Okay, how about I correct as well something else for your clap? Casterus is only around for another little, like a week or something, right? Cyrene is here till next month. She is here for 2 banners length of time. One of them you can roll for right now. One of them you can roll for later and still have the odds. There is a reason why I'm going for Hyacinth right now. Once I hit Hyacinth and once I maybe put a bit of effort in for a light cone, Cyrene is where all my money is going. Or all my currency is going. That is why I'm saying, like, that's my recommendation. Because trust me, you'll get enough fucking currency between now and then to make some more good attempts at her. I'm just gonna play the faction I like playing the most. I also have like all of the hearts unlocked. I'm gonna just keep running with Heart of the Pact. So this one's just so good. Alright. I'm free to play, so am I, Clap. And I don't do all of the content highly actively. I get to play for like half an hour a day, and I'm still able to get rolls frequently. That's, like, this is the point I'm trying to make. I get where you're coming from, but also understand where I'm coming from on that one. Cool, we hit the nuts. We can win from here. Sure. You're sure you're free to play? Let's see. How much money have I put in the game this year? Maybe 50 bucks at most, buying the passes? Over the entire year so far? I literally only, outside of Acheron, I have not put the money into that game since. And I'm being very serious on that one. Since Acheron came out, I have not put any substantial money into the game, outside of buying the occasional monthly pass, and the battle pass. That is it. Alright. Alright, to explain kind of what's going on, by the way, so, this is your, like, train that you've got. You've got 3 levels. The enemies will try and progress up each level after combat, if they have not died. If they've died, then obviously they're gone. You'll eventually reach a boss version mode thing. This is the boss of this level, and there's, like, multiple levels that you have to go through. This is why I say, like, if you've played Slay the Spire, you'll very quickly cotton on to what's going on. None of those look interesting. Nah. You're probably the best. Yeah, we'll get that. We'll go this way. And can't gain armor. Yep, we want that. Cool. Let's see. I don't really enjoy games like this, but they're nice to watch others play. I enjoy these a lot because I like card games in general, right? I have a lot of fun with card games. This is deck building, it's optimization, it's just figuring out answers. This is the reason why this is the combo that I use the most if I want to win. Cause you'll see very quickly with what I'm about to do. Okay, so probably I should explain this mechanic. Incant is the mechanic for these guys primarily, which is basically whenever I play one of the spell. So these are all spell types that I have down here. Whenever I play a spell, this triggers, right? So this dude gets 3 armor. Armor is what you deal damage to before health. And then this one gives me 1 conduit. Has a base of 6 conduit. What conduit does is it adds +6 magic power, so basically damage or healing, to the card. So if we look here, this says 16. You can see that. If I scroll up, you see it deals 10 damage now. So on this floor, this does 16 damage. This does 41 damage twice. Now, again, this incant effects are maintained throughout the entire level. So while I'm fighting this level, it will retain them. So, even though there aren't enemies here, I'm gonna cast these to deal damage to front enemy unit. Does nothing, but this dude gets a little bit of armor, and this gets more magical power. Then if you see, I'll end the turn. And you'll see that they still have, this has the 10 and this still has the arm, right? So again, no enemies here, but I'm still going to ramp up my character by casting these. And now the boss is here. And now I'm going to teach the boss why it was a bad idea to spawn. And they did. Is this a train wagon? That's why it's called Monster Train? Yes. It is, if you literally, so once we leave the screen, right, you'll see a better example of everything. Ooh, that is a tempting one. That's also kind of tempting. This means I don't die easily. But you see how on the screen there is what looks like train tracks, and at the bottom here you kind of, it's hard to see, you'll see it properly in a second when I move. But there's the train. Oh yeah, this is an event made by Richard Garfield, by the way. So this is one of those funny times where if you see something, oh, says a Bob, yes it is. So this is something that looks really interesting, but there's a thing that I'm going to use this for that's a little abusable. So I'm going to be picking this one, but I'll show all of these. So this is an event where you choose, like, what do you want out of these things, right? So one of them is this, which is a large mystery box. I get a artifact, which are things up the top here that give me permanent bonuses during the run. Add a random card to your hand each turn, right? Then I could have Jack in the Box, which is resolve, summon a boxed unit. So I can put 3 units into this box, and it will summon them at the end of combat, right? For free, which is kind of good. And then we have this one, right? 0 mana, add 3 contained spells to your hand. So this is kind of a way you could potentially reduce your deck bloat, or at least your initial deck bloat, and have cards that come out of it, and all that. Consume, by the way, means that once it is played, it is removed from your deck for the rest of that battle, right? That level. I'm going to be using this, but I'm going to be using it very weirdly. So I'm going to select one here, and then select another one of these. So I've just put 3 spells into this. A Witch Weave, a Life Thing, and another Witch Weave. Also, hey, Sweep, how's it going? Alright, so we'll leave this area. And I'm going to show you why I put those 3 spells in there. So, funnily enough, I now have permanent access to that spell in my deck, right? It's really, really useful. I'm not going to pick either of those. I don't want to bloat my deck more. I'm now going to go purge this card from my deck, which removes all 3 of those cards as well that I just added to that. So what I did was basically turn that event into a free 3 times discount. Not a free one, but it basically means that, because keep in mind, so it cost, I think, 50 to remove that one. Now it costs 75. Discards escalate in price, and the escalation cost is maintained throughout the run. So every time I discard, it will always be that increased price. So you don't want to be discarding too much, if at all possible, But I draw 5 cards currently. That's currently off screen. This is why I wanted to have the game capture, but hey. But if I go to my deck, I've got 14 cards in here. Currently, not including the characters that get removed from it, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that means I have, technically, 9 cards in my deck. I am aiming to draw as many cards that are in my deck with the way that I'm playing this. So it means that I'm always refilling my hand at full, right? I wish I had something like that in Balatro. There are plenty of ways to purge cards. Hangman is the first thing. Now, this is the first, like, true boss, right? This is one of the, like, big bosses of the thing. There's 3 bosses you have to fight. What you're seeing here is a trial. This is because I've beaten the game a bunch. I have access to the trials, which means I can gain what's called Titan Essence. I'm gonna not explain that, because that's something at the very end of the run that we'll have to deal with. But it basically means I have to deal with this problem on top of what it already offers, right? What the Flesh Weaver offers. So now it has additional stats, or like things it summons has additional stats, and they apply corruption on death, which is kind of rough because that basically deals a lot of damage to me. However, on top of that, to kind of acknowledge, that says to the unit that killed it, most of the time I'm killing them with fucking spells. Which for the past few runs I couldn't, got tilted. There's, again, yeah. There's a lot of different ways to approach it all. But yeah, so now, here we go. So that's the boss on the right side here, and what they'll do is they'll fly between these levels, and then after the waves remain, they'll go to the bottom, and then they'll go all the way up to the top. That is the general gist of it all. I hope that kind of makes a bit of sense. Again, we always want to be scaling up these stats. There's now, let's see. Alright, now he's in relentless mode, which is basically he will fight me until he dies. Or the other way around. Cool. Now we guarantee lethal one. Is there anything I want? Not really, no. No. Draw one more card per turn. because all of our cards cost fuck all, so we want to draw more cards. Left side. Yeah, no, none of those. Alright, Forge. Yes, we got the incant gain 2 instead of 1 now. So that's the direct upgrade of the base version. Oh, yes. Okay, so these are, like, so what you have, and you saw a little bit of it earlier, but this will explain a little bit better. In your deck, you have your spells, so you have spells, equipment, room, and units. Right? Those are the main things. You technically have a champion, but they're also a unit. Spells can be upgraded in a spell shop, and you can see here how there's like a little symbol underneath the mana thing here, on a couple of these. That is an upgrade I put on them. You can only put 2 upgrades on by default. Units have this as well. This is the unit shop. What this shop actually offers me is I can now upgrade a unit with incant gain 2 armor. So I can give this dude incant gain 2 armor, but he already has incant give 3 armor. So that means whenever I cast a spell on the floor he's on, he just gets 5 fucking armor. Now, I'm gonna purge another spell from my deck. Spell? Or Spear Steward? I kinda wanna get the Steward out. Fuck that Steward. Fuck you, Stuart Little. And I might purge another card. I might just get rid of another Frozen Lance. I don't think I want any of the other ones here, just they don't really do what we care for. So that's everything there. Let's move on. So this is the other thing as well that I kind of didn't mention. So the normal fights, this is just a normal fight, do have trials that give me a reward of a bit of gold. This one's really good because we just got +1 draw naturally. So this basically counteracts this one, but you could also see it vice versa. This counteracts me an entire thing for me. It doesn't matter. It's not a huge deficit. We care more about the late game with that effect than we care about the mid game, because we're already insanely strong. But yeah, this is basically how most of this combat's gonna go for a very long time, is me just cycling all of this through. And is why, like, again, I like this build a lot. I'm not gonna say the build's good, but I very rarely had problems with it. But like, so to give an idea as well, the other reason why I wanted to pick up this Phase Blessing, so Conduit affects your healing. It's the healing and damage, basically. So this now restores, it's hard to see, but it restores 67 health, and all healing over the max health is just applied as armor instead. So as you can see here, if I hover over the champion, I just get plus 67 armor. Just doing that. And the idea is I can basically do that every turn. So it's very easy. Don't care about any of those. That's tempting. That's actually very tempting. And can't apply Frostbite 2 to enemy units. So Frostbite would just deal damage, right? Anything you want to know about the game, or you'll just see someday yourself? I know a lot about the game. I have a lot of friends that play it. And I have had friends that have wanted to get me to play it as well. I have not got the time nor energy to pick up more games. That's simply the answer. What do I get? Strike, gain give corruption, summon a copy. Oh no, summon spawn of rat. No, I really don't want any of these, especially when I'm gonna get the domination eye. So there is another type of thing that can go into your deck, which are curses, and stuff. But that's basically the enemy doing negative things to you. Alright, Merchant of Magic. I want to give you a little bit more base damage, I think. And I will hold over you. And then I think I just take one of you out. Hey, Flash, how's it going? I am suffering miserably and in an extreme amount of pain, but otherwise, not too bad. Your stance on sauces like ketchup, mustard. I mean, depends on the meal, right? Condiments are condiments. Which one's this one? Titan skin, okay. Keep that in mind. There we go. So if you're wondering, by the way, this is a little goblin that just turns, or whatever you want to call it, that turns up on each map. It'll turn up on one of the floors randomly, and if you kill it, you get an additional bit of gold. That's it. There's no grand thing going on there. It's just a nice thing to kill if you get the opportunity. Source to get eat pizza. Again, really, you're asking a question that's highly dependent on the pizza, right? Like, barbecue sauce with, like, a meat lovers is not too bad, but, like, a chicken one, fucking hell, is great. I mean, one of my favorites is, chicken camembert and, like, raspberry. Sort of, like, filling to it thing. Not filling, whatever the fuck you'd call it. Base, I guess. By the way, this is literally like one of the best builds I have, and I've ever done. Like, this is just as clean as it gets for this, this kind of run. It's very strong. I should have expected that. Yeah, like, I don't know what you're surprised about there. So I should mention, by the way, this will actually indicate when something dies, is because this shows you at the end of the combat what the results will be. This dude's already dead. He is already Omaewa Moshinda, dude. And he does 136 damage to something that has 500 armor. I've now made it so he does 50 damage. This doesn't matter. It is literally no point in me actually further doing it once I have a guarantee on the kill. But it's funny. Funny number go brr. Is literally it. Nah. There's only one other spell I can think of that I'd want. Okay, Merchant of Arms or Merchant of Trinkets. I kind of probably want to go... I don't want to duplicate anything, do I? What is my draw at? 6? And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. That's tempting, but I'm going to go this way because Trinkets are better. Cards and reward packs, blah, 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 don't give a shit. Trial wards are increased, that will probably work out. Consume, don't care. Oh, we're now just short of this one. That's really upsetting. Yeah, we're 10 gold short of that. That's actually rough. I could skip this and get it. Yeah, I'm gonna skip this and get that. So this means that my spells get an extra upgrade slot, so I can now upgrade them 3 times instead of just, the 2 times base. Okay, now we're going after another one of the big bosses. By the way, this game's supposed to be kind of difficult sometimes. Admittedly, I am playing on, like, the base level difficulty, not any of the higher difficulty stuff, because I just kind of enjoy the casual nature I play this game at. I'm sure someone will go, how dare you not have max acidity? That's just kind of wrong. It's not how you play the game. And to that I say, Fuba. God, I am very strong right now. Jesus, I can already do a lot of damage to this guy. He's already at like half HP. And it's not even like the boss rush mode yet, so like he's not even actually a fight. He's just kind of there, being an ass. Next time he turns up here, there is actually a chance I just kill him. Not quite. Very, very close. All the way down to 600 health. Final wave. So far, looks like he's gonna kill me. Oh, would you look at that? No longer gonna kill me. In fact, we don't even need to fight. They're dead. What a balanced fucking bullshit this is. I'm gonna get more card draw. Because card draw is card draw, and card draw is really nice. Ooh, that's kind of, nah, it's gotta be this one. And we got the max upgrade of that version of the character. Nice. Okay, what's this event? I could give something Titan skin. Something revenge, permanently gain rage. This attack for every missing health. Do I really give a shit about any of these? Like, this is probably the best one for me? Yeah. Savage skin upgrade? Do you play clickers or idle games? From time to time. Yeah. I have partaken in many of hours of Cookie Clicker and a few other similar games. Yeah, I don't think I want any of these, because it's just going to give me an unpurgeable and an undeployable blight. Which means that it hurts my draw engine a little bit. Like, the units costing one more fucking thing doesn't matter to me, because I don't play units. Pretty much everything costs 0 anyway. I could do this to just have healing, but 1 health isn't much. Get rid of one of those. Now we have, I think, less cards than we draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we draw 7. Cool. Outside of Cookie Clicker, because it's the OG. Idle Clicker games? What is my favorite? I really liked, it'll actually probably be easiest to look at my fucking thing and look by, like, most played. What was that one called? Factory Town Idol was one I played a lot. Clicker Heroes I played a fair bit, and Realm Grinder I kind of enjoyed. Realm Grinder was interesting, because Realm Grinder was, like, you had builds. After, like, every time you reset, you would reset and do a new build. That was interesting. The problem was, it still was, like, a very solvable game. Once you kind of got to a specific point, you had everything in your head. And you would reset, do a specific class build, and then you would transition into a specific another one to get more upgrades so you can reset again, and it would just be a repeating process where you just do that and escalate and get more powerful. Didn't really feel that engaging or interesting. I didn't mean to press that one. Might end up taking some core damage here. These are kind of like the worst kind of enemies for me because they're just really chunky. They don't do much other than just don't die. Do I use chopsticks? I have. I don't use them actively. Okay, I might be dead here. Let me see if I can reset to do this better. That does a lot better. There we go. I lost. I didn't lose. I just didn't have a really good outcome of this battle, so I reset the turn. So I could replay that turn again. There's a little button behind me where that option turns up. I think I have to rely on the core killing this dude, actually. Like, real talk. Yeah, they did too much damage. Oh well. I lost. Didn't win first try, yeah. That was actually a really unlucky one to go against. Ah, well. Yeah. What's a different run I could try? Again, this is the other charm that I have with these games, is that, like, how quick it is to lose when you are about to lose, and how, like, you kind of just can start another run really quickly. You can start the exact same run, you can do a very different one, you can even randomize stuff as well. So if you don't know what you want to play, you can randomize it and see what happens. Yeah, how dare I? Yeah, fuck it. Let's do this combo. This combo is like, oh, no. Do you want to see greed? Do you want to see greed at its fucking finest? What faction do I play with this? That is a good question. What is a good faction to play as my allied? What is the, like, best on their own faction? From the ground up. Awoken, maybe? Alright. Two times Fat Dragon? You can't pick the same faction as your primary faction. Your allied faction and your primary faction have to be different. Okay, let's see if we get it first try, or do I need to do some stuff? Nope, we get it first try. Oh! Ooh! Both of these are really good for what we're doing. I'm gonna do this one because it's the more greedy play. Because we've already made it very clear I'm doing greed is good. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Everything. Enemies turn up. Did I see summon golden egg? Maybe. You may have seen. Summon the gilded egg. All right. So the unique mechanic of the dragons, one of the main ones, is that there is the dragon's horde, right? And that's why you have the gilded egg. Because I automatically, by winning, gain more, thing. None of these. No. Tempting. No. So, this is what the gilded eggs kind of do. Can the egg do Carmine-esque damage? I mean, I could make the egg one-shot someone. Admittedly, probably not very easily with the way I've got the build currently, but it's doable. Anyway, however many eggs I have is what loot tier we can get to, right? And what the rewards are if I loot it. You can see that we can go quite far up. Currently, we can't go above 11, because you have a maximum of dragon eggs you can actually obtain. I've increased that by 3. So we've gone from 8 to 11. And the longer you hold on to these rewards, the better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save these. Please give me... Fuck. None of those are good. Oh, and these are such a fucking amazing goddamn things. Alright. Time to just purge. Can we get more egg slots? Do you mean, like, get more, like, max egg, max dragon horde? Yes. That's why I have an artifact that gives me an increase of max of 3. Going from 8 to 11. I can get more of this sort of thing. Trust the process. You'll see see how it goes. How do we get more? Relics. All right. God, these fights are dumb as shit. Do I just get this? I can remove, consume, and reduce its cost? Sure. I'm gonna loot this now. Damn, these are all kind of trash. Guess that one. I need to keep going for the Awoken banner. This is a specific unit. You aren't the one that I want, but you are really good. That's really tempting. Yeah, I think I take the Thorned Hollow, because I haven't seen the other one. Oh well, I take a Titanite. So this Titanite just halves the damage this unit takes. If you think that sounds stupid, that's because it fucking is. Oh, I'll fucking put dualism on that, yeah. Doubles the amount of stacks it grants itself. Sure. I also had a Celestial Alcove. I doubt it's going to change any of the decisions I made. Purify unit. Erase card text and upgrade slots from a unit. Apply Purify Essence. Or harness the beacon. Gain Light's beacon. Apply Daze 1 to all enemies on a floor. If I do this, I can do it on like one of these, I guess. I really don't like it. I don't really like either of these. Purified Essence is probably the better of the lot, but it still feels like shit. I don't need raw stats, I need my abilities. I need to purge cards, if anything. I don't have the gold to purge anymore, so... Alright, first boss! Let's do it again. Ugh. So, where are we at? Is there any mechanics I need to explain right now? I guess I could explain spikes. Spikes are literally just when this gets hit, deal that damage back. So right now this does, every time this is hit, it does 96 damage to that thing that hit it. So this hitting it for 4 damage, this takes 96 damage in retaliation. It doesn't even have that much health. Short circuits on everything, egg related. Can we have, egg and VTube? I'm up. No. I'm down with the fucking egg. Oh look, the boss kills itself. What a good boss you are. What do I want here? Do I want draw or do I want... I kind of want mana, don't I? Yeah, I'll take 1 mana thing for now. Loot this. Okay, I shouldn't have looted that. That was my bad. I'll go for the armory. That's pretty good. Upgrade champion! We upgraded to Gilderer egg. Beta egg. What do beta egg do? Okay, so very short explanation of what the egg does. The egg is when you end combat, like after the boss is defeated, you gain some rewards. Before it was 2 dragon horde and I think 25 gold. Now it's 4 dragon horde and 50 gold. I get every time. It is drastically increased how much loot that I get. That is it. It's very, very simple. No, the main reason you run this this version of the champion is you get rewards, and also they come with trample, which trample is when excess damage is dealt and it's dealt to the next character, and it will continue cascading. So like, this having 60 attack means most of the time, especially in these early levels, if I put this up the top, it'll just one-shot whatever comes on the top floor. Which is why you pair it with a... I need to undo this turn because I didn't put it on the top. That's why you pair it with a faction that can, like, without a champion, hold a floor. Right? Because I want to protect this egg as much as possible. So I want the least amount of damage hitting the champion as possible. To guarantee the champion survives. So you can see here how all of these die. It's because this does enough damage to cascade over. So this dude's gonna get through, which is annoying. They're gonna get through, they're gonna deal 6 damage to the core. I can't do shit about that. This is bad. Okay, with that, now our champion doesn't die. But we're gonna take a bit of core damage. I don't care if the champion dies here, the area thing dies, so I'm just gonna look at the thing. Is Greed losing? Nah, Greed's doing fine. Again, we're doing adequately well with all of this. It's a tempting card. That is also tempting. I'll loot this one. That's pretty good, actually. Friendly units gain +1 per spot. Oh, that's fucking insane! +1 damage per spikes, which that one dude's generating a shitload of spikes on themselves, so... That's really good. What's this event? None of those. I don't want the curse. I don't have enough draw to consistently compensate. Oh, if only I could fit a large zone on you. Malice planning, his brain zooming. Again, I love this game because it gives me so many options to do so many different weird and wacky ideas. So I've just ripped my deck apart, by the way. So now, in my deck, consistently speaking, I only have 4 cards. So I could add something now if I wanted to, or make something a permanent rotating effect. Titan Skin 4 is pretty rough. I could do it for 150 gold, though. That is a nice reward. Alright. There we go. Yeah, they're just dying attacking this guy, man. That's fucking funny. Alright. Hey, Devil, how you going? What are you playing right now? Monster Train. Monster Train 2, to be precise. No, none of those look interesting. That's kind of interesting, but no. I'm gonna loot this. Fuck it. We can play 3 different kinds of cards in a turn. Draw. Sure. It's not very good for me, but I can possibly make it work. Spells, purge, and thing, or duplicate trinket. Oh, the trinket's so tempting, though. We'll do this. Just finished streaming the finale of Dispatch. Oh, nice. Hoping the game was good. Perfect. Nice thin dick. Clean and refined. More focus on characters than plot, but the characters is why I got it. Yeah, that's fair. Wait, why the fuck do you have... Oh, shit. Oh, that's mildly a problem. I just saw that. Okay. Ooh. What do you do? Haste? They're all dead anyway, that's fine. God damn, I fucking love this dude just killing everyone. None of those are useful. Probably draw now? And then I'm gonna loot all of these. Increase max by 2! I don't have any of these as an option, really, so I'll pick you. Fuck it. Cool. So now I have a max of 13. I can possibly get, which is an insane amount. Do I want master or do... Nah, we will go this way. Bigger egg. Gildiest egg. So, to show what the gildiest egg, it is gain 6 horde and 400 gold on win. So a little bit. Upgrade a spell to gain triple stack. Upgrade a spell to cost 4 minus. Remember for the reserve apparently gain 5 magical power. That is kind of good. The triple stack one's really nice. I can get over having to cast that. But like triple stack I don't think does enough to justify that. Yeah, ironically enough, triple stack may be amazing, but I don't think it's justifiable enough. There we go. All my spells are max upgraded. And I don't really have anything I want to purge from a deck. Like, I could remove the Shield Steward, but it doesn't really do anything to remove it. Cool, I got like 500 gold that I don't really fucking need. Means I don't have to take this trial, because I really don't want to, because that trial sucks ass. There we go. Cool. gonna take some core damage here. Gonna take quite a bit of core damage on this run, actually. There we go. And that's the boss dead because it just dies easily. You know what? Fuck it. Might as well. And we'll loot this. Flaming Talons seem quite nice. None of these really help me. And give me more mana. Okay, probably this side. Get a room. When a friendly unit is healed, deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to the amount healed. At the end of the entire battle, purge a card. Can't do anything with the spells there. We can duplicate a spell. Is there a spell here that or something in here that I'm like, ah yes, I would love a second one of? Probably just one of these restores. Yeah, we'll grab the intrinsic one. That's it. Yeah. All right. Let's go to the final one of the big bosses. Okay, I can't fully dump all my regen on. Otherwise he dies. Okay, there we go. I am going to take a lot of core damage again here, which is... I know exactly how I did this mistake, and I know how I want to change it next time. It's too late now. Damn. Oh, that's upsetting. On the final fucking fight, too. Oh, well. But yeah, no, there's all sorts of different builds you can do with these, and they lead to lots of different things. You can see, from here, you can actually see where I've got successful runs, what factions I've done successful runs with before. Game looks cool. I fucking love this game. I highly recommend it if you kind of enjoy Slay the Spire-esque sort of games. It has a lot going for it. It has a lot of content as well. It just recently got a massive update as well that I haven't even unlocked. So take that into consideration. I'm not actually sure how to unlock it. But there's like so many different builds to do. I'm very stuck in my way of how I play my builds though. Again, there's a reason why this is probably my most played build. Is playing around this. This version of Eka, there's just Conduit 6, Incanting gives more Conduit, so you just spam spell, spam spell, spam spell, spam spell, and then just one-shot them, eventually. This one's not too bad as well. I did a bunch of weird shit with this one. This one's interesting. It's the first one you get. This one a lot less interesting to me. This one was weird, because this one has the spawn system, which I'm gonna be honest, like, this one's probably one of the strongest ones you have, which is like whenever a unit card is put onto the this floor, you rally, and you can gain these stats permanently. Then you just get him far enough up that what I did was I just gave him trample, so he would just one-shot the entire floor. And like, by the way, the best part with that faction, if I go to their cards, is the base card he comes with is really, really funny. The base card he comes with is this one. So it's spawn 1. So what you do is you spawn a fun guy. That's a 3/4. But whenever you get a, whenever you spawn one, it stacks it on top of itself. So instead of getting multiple units, you get one unit that just gets more stacks and more stats as well. And it just keeps going up and up and up and up. But it keeps triggering rally, even though you're not spawning a new unit each time. So this dude ends up rallying up really, really, really quickly. And it's all about multicasting. Weird spellslinger energy. I enjoyed that one a fair bit. For some reason I remember enjoying this faction, and I don't fucking know why. But that's from the first game. Because keep in mind, I have actually played the first Monster Train game. I played that one quite a bit as well, so I'm curious as to why I enjoyed that one. Oh yeah, also this one's insane. So what this does is whenever you heal this, you trigger this effect, which is deal 120 damage to the front enemy unit. So as you were seeing, like in that last playthrough, imagine the amount of healing I was kind of doing to that one dude at the bottom floor. Imagine that expedited even more, and you're just dealing damage each time that occurs. This became quite insane, quite quickly. It's very fun. Again, you'll very easily see, though, the most played stuff I have is ones where I can just, like, keep playing the same or, like, a very specific pattern, and the run just keeps momentum going. Those are the ones I probably am most successful with and enjoy the most. But I do need to play a lot more. There's so much to this game. There is so much. So, yeah, no, it's a game that I definitely would say, like, if it piques your interest, I would go check it out, because it's really fun. I'm probably going to call it soon, by the way. I know it's only been, like, 2 hours, but I cannot stress enough how shattered I'm feeling, and I do need to take some medication. So I'm going to go get some water, and then I'll be back in a second. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, no, I need to take some medication. And if I'm taking this medication, I'm gonna say this now. Yeah, that'll be me saying the stream's gonna be over very soon, because I will fall asleep otherwise. There we go. Meds down throat. I'm good. I swallow. I'm good. I'm a good boy. I swallow. Alright, fucking Christ. Again, I do want to reiterate, though, I am so sorry for yesterday and the fact that I just kind of did... I was completely shattered. The moment I saw your guys' messages about, oh, isn't Mel supposed to be streaming at, like, 2 hours past the stream? Like, that was basically me waking up. And I'm like, I fucked up. I didn't even schedule the stream yesterday, the day before. I didn't do anything. I was really not in a good state. I swallow, exactly. No, I was really in a bad state. Again, new medication doing numbers. It's going to be like this for a little while. I'm going to be able to go down on the medication a little bit later. But it is what it is, right? It was fun in me yesterday. It's like, I think one of the few times I've ever actually just straight up, like, not turned up. Like, nothing. There was no information. There was no nothing. I just didn't exist, basically. I'm very upset with myself of that, though. I am very upset. At least, I will say, keep this in mind, we have to look forward to a Magic the Gathering orientated stream coming up. And then we have the collab as well, coming up as well. Like the collab over on Yawa's channel. But, you're giving out yesterday was a birthday? Oh, happy birthday, Flash. Was out throwing axes? Hell yeah. Looking at Discord, waiting for notification while polishing my campaign, and thought, oh, he doesn't usually stream on this day, so you might want to start later than you. Yeah, no, it was literally just my brain wasn't on. Like, it's not even I can make an argument of I forgot, it's just my brain didn't turn on. But yeah, no, I'm gonna call it here. Again, I'm upset with myself that I'm calling it here, but this is one of those times where I am going to fall asleep in about 30 minutes, and I'm not doing that on stream. Not right now. You need to pay a little bit more for me to do that. So, with that all being the case, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. You're awesome. Stay awesome. And I hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye-bye.